Let's get it. Let's go. Chase Fredo, checking in. So today we got on the board, Kyrie Irving sits down with interviewers and speaks out on how he truly feels about the documentary that he posted, right? So the documentary basically revealed that we are the true Israelites. We are the true Jews, right? The Jews that they are trying to claim to be. We are the 12 tribes of Hebrew, right? So he was basically exposing that information and, putting that information out to the community so we could all be aware. And they're basically doing everything they can to cause problems for him, similar to Kanye's comments, except he didn't even make any comments. All he did was post a documentary. So it's always easy to draw opinions and, make assumptions about people when you don't know them or their situation. So today we're going to sit down as a Game for Dayz podcast family and watch the video together so we can walk away from the situation and draw our own opinion. Let's get it. Let's go.
$500,000 to anti-hate causes. Kyrie Irving speaking moments ago. Here it is new on SportsCenter.
With a week of hindsight, are you sorry for the hurt that your posts caused people?
I take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, in the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary.
Of course.
So I take my responsibility.
It seems like Adam Silver wanted to hear the word "I apologize," or in your mind, you said, "I didn't mean to cause any harm." Were you apologizing?
They want to try so hard to get him to say, "I'm sorry," and apologize because they want him to bow down and kiss the ring. But him as a black man in America, or just as a man in America, he has the right to speak his mind, right? There is something called freedom of speech. But when you get to a certain level, they want to try to snatch that from you. Let's get it. Let's go.
I didn't mean to cause any harm. I'm not the one that made the documentary.
What are the specific things in the documentary you don't believe are true and that you don't believe represent your laws?
I think some of the criticism of the Jewish faith in the community, for sure. Some points made in there that were unfortunate.
Kyrie, are you surprised that you did hurt people?
Surprised that I did hurt people?
Are you surprised that reaction and some of the things that you did hurt people?
What?
Yeah, I think I can ask a better question. It's just, where were you when I was a kid, figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America? Where were you guys asking those same questions when I was a kid learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from and why I'm proud to stand here and why when I repeat myself that I'm not going to stand down, it has nothing to do with dismissing any other race or group of people. I'm just proud of my heritage and what we've been through. And the fact that this has pinned me against the Jewish community. And I'm here answering questions of whether or not I'm sorry or not on something I didn't create. And it was something I shared. And I'm telling everybody I'm taking responsibility. Then that's where I sit. So, these same questions that you guys ask, me dealing with it as being a melanated, pigmented person all around the world and dealing with racial biases against my skin color, demeaning me because of my religious beliefs.
Yep.
And I'm still sitting in the seat standing.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I take my full responsibility. Again, I'll repeat it, posting something on my Instagram or Twitter that may have had some unfortunate falsehoods in it. But I also am a human being that's 30 years old, and I've been growing up in a country that's told me that I wasn't worth anything. And I came from a slave class. And I come from a people that are meant to be treated the way we get treated every day. So I'm not here to compare anyone's atrocities or tragic events that their families have dealt with generations of time. I'm just here to continue to expose things that our world continues to put in darkness. I'm a light. I'm a beacon of light. That's what I'm here to do. You guys ask me questions about basketball, I give you my expert opinion. You guys ask me about other things, I give you my opinion, and it's met with whatever you believe the perception or the deception is. You guys investigate my life, every day.
See, this is the thing. He's a grown ass man in America making millions of dollars playing basketball, but it shows you how evil it is at the top because they try to control how you speak, how you move, what you spend your money on. How many times do you think these athletes have tried to buy companies and buy businesses so that they don't have to sit up there and depend on being a professional athlete for too long? But do you think they allow them to acquire those companies and those businesses? No. Why? Because they don't want that type of wealth and those type of assets in the black community. And they go out of their way to stop them when they have the opportunity. You can say, oh, well, you're crazy. You're just talking out the side of your neck. How do you know? How do you know? Bro, have you been on the level that's up here where people are making millions and billions of dollars? Right? I get on my knees every day and I talk to the Most High before I make these videos. So yes, I'm aware of what's going on, and I have something called discernment. I can see things like for what they are, right? I don't have to see things for what they're not. I can see them for what they are. And while I'm looking at Kyrie talk, I see the elites are in his ear and they're applying pressure similar to Kanye to get him to bow down and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Da, da, da. But he didn't do nothing but speak his mind as a man. Let's get it. Let's go.
And you justify it by serving your own purpose, which I honor. I would like the same respect in return. Figuring out just like anyone else. So please keep that same energy when we're talking about anti-other things. Because just because I post a documentary doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic. And doesn't mean that I'm automatically standing with everyone that is believing in it. So it's unfortunate timing that we're in, but I'm glad that I could stand on the truth because I'm not afraid of these mics, these cameras. I used to be looking everyone in the eye and telling them the truth. And I'm proud of who I am. Any label that you put on me, I'm able to dismiss because I study. I know the Oxford Dictionary. You look it up, right? One of the biggest mistakes I had in being a kid was not knowing European or Western language. Until I started looking it up and understanding the definitions and why they say, if you want to trick a black person, put it in a book.
Facts.
I was wondering my whole life why they said that. Now I'm 30 years old and I know reading is a superpower because it helps me understand where I'm going and where I come from. Like a tree with roots.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. I never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me respectfully to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So
he didn't make
please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
Kyrie, for the record,
he didn't make the video, he posted.
You have any anti-Semitic beliefs?
Again, I'm going to repeat. I don't know how the label becomes justified because you guys ask me the same questions over and over again. But this is not going to turn into a spin around cycle of questions upon questions. I told you guys how I felt. I respect all walks of life and embrace all walks of life. That's where I sit.
I think what people want to hear, though, is just a yes or no on that question. Yes or no.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Amen.
I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Amen.
Kyrie, did you personally meet with the ADL?
I was informed that they wanted to have a meeting, and we handled it.
We are the 12 tribes of Israel. Facts. We are the descendants of Moses and David and Solomon. That's us. You know what I'm saying? So they're mad about it. So they try anything that they can do and anything that they can try to silence these people because they know millions upon millions upon millions of people are listening to them. And they're going to think, wow, if Kyrie Irving's saying it, if Kanye is saying it, it must be true, right? If they're building their relationship with God and they're seeing the evil that's going on, God must be a mighty, 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 mighty God, right? You guys need to get to know him. Get on those knees. He's always waiting and looking forward to hear from you. So let's get it. Let's go.
Kyrie Irving moments ago. Also, the commissioner, Adam Silver, releasing this statement before Kyrie went to the microphones there. Silver statement reading, Kyrie Irving made a reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. While we appreciate the fact that he agreed to work with the Brooklyn Nets and the Anti-Defamation League to combat anti-Semitism and other forms of discrimination, I am disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and more specifically denounced the vile and harmful
posting something on my Instagram or.
So you saw it for yourself. All he did was post something on his Instagram that's going to wake up the community, keep us aware that we are the 12 tribes of Israel and we are the Jews, and just keep us valuing ourselves and knowing where we come from. A lot of people aren't valuing themselves because all they think that they come from is slavery. All they think that they come from is being mistreated, right? Being put into a jail cell or put under the ground and buried by a police officer that just basically killed you on camera and got away with it, right? So this isn't helping us value ourselves. So of course, God is going to send his people to give us the facts and give us the truth so that we can love on ourselves and value ourselves. So you saw it for yourself. We're waking up. Kyrie's waking up. He's tired of being a part of a system that's evil, right? He's tired of misleading us and just having us watch a basketball game, which is basically a distraction. It's basically to distract you and keep you away from having a relationship with God and focusing on life and the realities of life. Watching another team or another group of men play basketball and playing video games about them and all this different kind of stuff, that's not the reality of life. That's not going to have you in a 2-3 story house and have you take care of your family for the rest of your life because you're playing video games and you're watching the NBA, right? What's going to do that for you is having a close relationship with the Most High, asking him for those things and getting out here and working hard every day. So, of course, that's why he's going to be pushing towards, hey, I've been reading. Reading has been waking me up. I've been, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he can't talk about the Most High, but obviously he's been communicating with the Most High, right? He's been doing all these positive things. Did he say, hey, you guys need to go hit the gym and play more basketball? I'm promoting basketball over books? No, because he knows what's genuinely important. Knowledge, right? Not the video games, not the distractions, not the NBA, the NFL, none of that. Tuning into this Game for Days podcast, getting some good game, getting some knowledge, talking to the Most High, getting some good game, getting some knowledge. The Most High first, not the podcast first. You come to this secondary, you know what I'm saying? And just waking up every day, valuing your life, valuing your family, and taking advantage of life in a good way because you only have one life. And you see the way that things are happening and playing out, who knows how short or how long your life will be. So let's get it. Let's go. Go ahead and hop in that description box. Check out that merch. Also, go ahead and hop in that description box and follow that Instagram. And as always, if you like the direction that we're headed with this thing, which is straight to the top, go ahead and hop in that description box. It's in the Cash App if it's on your heart. Let's get it. Let's go. Dayz Fredo, checking out.